Good morning all, and today we'll be doing fundamental rights. Now the question arises is, what is the difference between ordinary legal rights and fundamental rights? The legal rights are protected by ordinary laws which can be altered by legislature by the ordinary process of law making, whereas fundamental rights are protected and guaranteed by the Constitution. So you'll have to change the Constitution itself if you have to change the fundamental rights or amend the Constitution. If a legal right of a person is violated, he or she can move to ordinary court to get that right. If the fundamental right is violated, he or she can move to High Court or Supreme Court. Example, right to property, Article 31 was made as a legal right under Article 300A. Initially, it was the fundamental right in our Constitution. So now what are the fundamental rights in our Constitution, India? Firstly, it is right to equality, right to freedom of religion, right to liberty and personal freedom, cultural and educational rights of the minorities, right to constitutional remedies, rights against exploitation. To begin with, we will be doing right to equality, Article 14 to 18 in Indian Constitution. Recently, the Citizenship Amendment Act 2019 CAA has been implemented in India. This law provides Indian citizenship to the migrants of 6 religious communities of 3 countries. The enactment of CAA is opposed by many Indian citizens, citing the reason that it has granted Indian citizenship to 6 religious communities on the basis of religion, while a particular religious community is excluded. So it's a clear-cut violation of Article 14, while other Indians think that CAA does not discriminate with others. Now let us know what is this Article 14 and right to equality. Article 14 of Indian Constitution clearly states that state or country shall not deny to any person equality before law or equal protection of law within the territory of India. To be more precise, the word person includes company, corporations, groups, societies. So what is equality before law? We have taken this from the Constitution of England. Equality before law is equal treatment of all persons before the court. That is, the law will be blind. It will not see who is standing in front of the dog. So if 2 people have done the same kind of a wrong, whether rich or poor, will get the same kind of punishment. There shall not be any privilege for any particular person. It means everyone will get the same punishment for the same crime. No person, be it rich or poor, Hindu, Muslim, minister, servant, man, woman, shall be above the law. It means the law will be same for both the ministers and the servants. Next is equal protection of law. It provides that Constitution, firstly we have taken it from Constitution of America. It provides the similar application of same law to all persons who are similarly situated. Equal treatment under equal circumstances, both in the privileges conferred and liability imposed by the laws. So equal treatment to people who are equally placed. All persons should be treated equally without any discrimination. The Supreme Court believes that the rule of law written under Article 14 is the fundamental element or the core element of our constitution. Therefore, it cannot be abolished in any way by amending the constitution. So, Article 14 and its relation to Constitutional Amendment Act, since CAA has provisions to give citizenship to the migrants of 3 countries on the basis of religion, and it does not include migrants of a particular community, it seems discriminatory against the particular community. So Article 14 to 18 is related to right to equality before the law. So Article 14 and 15 are also interrelated. There shall be no discrimination against any person on the grounds of religion, caste, sex, or place of birth. Now, prohibition, we say that prohibition of discrimination on the grounds. Now, access to public places, use of tanks, wells, ghats that are maintained by the state or that are meant for general public, everyone has got access to it. The article also mentions that special provisions can be made for women and children and the backward classes, so that there can be equality. Equality of opportunities in matters of public employment, Article 16, that no citizen shall be discriminated in the matters of public employment or appointment on the grounds of race, religion, caste, sex, place of birth, descent, or residence. Exceptions to this can be made by providing special provisions for backward classes as well. This will not be considered like if we reserve a place, reserve a seat for the backward class, it will not be considered as violation of right to equality. Then abolition of untouchability, Article 17 is very important because untouchability is abolished in all forms and practices. Any disability arising out of untouchability is made an offence. So if you practice untouchability, if you promote untouchability, then it is an offence and a person can be published. Abolition of titles, Article 18. The state shall not confer any titles except those which are academic or military titles. The articles also prohibit citizens of India from accepting any titles from the foreign states. The article abolished the title which were given by the British, such as Rai Bahadur, Khan Bahadur, Nawab Bahadur. Now, awards like Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, Bharat Ratan, and military honors like Ashok Chakra, Paramveer Chakra do not belong to this category. So what are the exceptions? So right to equality comes with an exception, that it is not like that the rule of equality applies thoroughly. There are some exceptions to this. This is why it does not apply in the cases of these circumstances and individual. Firstly, there is going to be no criminal proceeding initiated or continued against president or governor in any court. No court can issue an arrest warrant to the president and the government serving in the term, right? They should, like now current president. No member of the state, that is MLA, members of state legislature, shall be liable to any proceeding in the court in respect of any statement or any vote given by him in the state legislature. No member of parliament, MP, shall be liable to any proceedings in any court in respect of any statement or any vote given by him in the parliament, and alike. So this is the detail of right to equality. Now let us do the 2 case studies from our book. The first, let us see this. Swadesh Kumar is visiting his village. He is accompanied by one of his friends. They decide to have a cup of tea at the village roadside hotel. The shopkeeper knew Swadesh Kumar but asked the name of his friend to know his caste. After this, the shopkeeper served the tea to Swadesh Kumar in a rich and in a big mug, while his friend was given tea in an earthen cup because he was a Dalit. So what kind of discrimination is in this case study? It is caste based discrimination. The second case study. An order is served to 4 news readers of a television channel that they would no longer read the news on screen. Why they were not allowed to read the news on the screen was because they all were women. The reason given is that they are above the age of 45. 2 male news readers above the same age are not barred from presenting this news. So when the news reader has been prohibited, has been discriminated, so from reading the news just because she is women and she is above 45 years, this is an instance of discrimination on the basis of gender. So right to equality tries to do away with such discriminations. It provides equal access to public places, shops, hotel, places of entertainment, wells, bathing ghats, places of worship. Secondly, in the second case study, it also prohibits any discrimination in public employment on any of the mentioned grounds like race, caste, sex, place of birth. Now these rights are very important because our society does not practice equal access in the past. Why this right to equality has suddenly become so important? Because these equalities were not practiced in our history. We had caste based discrimination right from the ancient time when the Manusmriti was written. We have gender based discrimination, and we have gender based discrimination throughout different religions that are practiced in India. Moreover, the practice of untouchability is one of the crudest manifestation of inequality. This has been abolished. The same right also provides that the state shall confer no title on a person except those who excel themselves in military and academic field. So right to equality strives to make India a true democracy by ensuring a sense of equality and status among all its citizens. Next we do is Article 16 Part 4. In our book it is written, and it is also written in the Constitution, nothing in this article shall prevent the state from making any provisions for the reservations of appointment or post in favor of any backward class of citizens which in the opinion of state is not adequately represented in the service under the state. So in fact this article 16(4) of the Constitution clearly specifies that a policy like reservation will not be seen as the violation of right to equality. So it is the spirit of the Constitution that is required for fulfillment of right to equality of opportunities. Moreover, if there can be some special provisions for children, women, socially and educationally backward classes as well. The next is the case study, is a case study that has been given, that you are the judge. So you have to act like a judge. Where you have received a postcard from this person, Hadi Bandhu, who says that I am the member of the Dalit community in Puri district in Orissa. Men from his community refuse to follow customs that require, now what was the custom? To wash the feet of the groom and the guests of the upper caste during the marriage ceremony. So the youth of Dalit refused to do this. So what happened? In revenge, 4 women from this community were beaten up another was paraded naked. The postcard writer says that since our children are educated, they are not willing to do the customary job of washing the feet of the upper caste men. Now clear the leftover stuff after the marriage feast and wash the utensils. As a student, you have been asked to assume that you are the judge. So what will you decide? You can have various answers. You can answer this and you can email it to me. But here the right to dignity and honor has been violated. In this case, government should conduct an inquiry through its agencies and institutions like CBI. There can be a magistrate level inquiry or an inquiry through Human Rights Commission, and if it is proved that they were forced to do this and four women from this community were beaten up and one of them was paraded naked, then they should be punished as per the law of our country.